Welcome back to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, I guess I'll drink to Matty Fitzpatrick and his first career PGA Tour win, which is also a major, the U.S. Open. I mean, what more could you ask for?
He won the Am there, and then he won the major there. I mean, he's having a hell of a week. He's having a hell of a year. We've been after him for a while. He's been playing great golf. It's not surprising, but it is awesome to see it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't bet heavy enough. I did hit him at plus 2,500. So I did get a little. I covered my other bets that I didn't win this weekend. Thank you, Tony Finau.
Mm,
I was just looking for a top 10 out of Big Tony, but no. Hey, let me use him as my one and done. Even better. So there you go. What did you think though? The tournament. I mean, love the course, love Brookline. I
yeah,
don't know that I want to play it. Holy shit! I think I could shoot like 130 there.
yeah.
But I thought it delivered, man. I mean, it was shorter course, but the rough was exactly what they said it was. Absolutely penal. Um, yeah, I thought it was great. I played a lot of golf this weekend, so I didn't get to watch as much of it as I expected to.
Hmm.
But what I did get a chance to watch and watch some of the recaps, looked really good, man. I was very impressed with. I may have been more impressed with the course than I was the play. Because it's the weather got a little shitty on them.
Yeah.
Not horrible, but it was cold, it was damp. The greens didn't get burn out crisp. What you would typically expect. Just lightning fast from a U.S. Open perspective. But I thought it presented absolutely enough challenges. I mean, just ask John Rahm about that bunker on 18,
Yeah.
and I guess both bunkers on 18, right? And yeah, I thought it was good, man. I thought it was rewarding if you hit good shots. Grayson Murray might argue differently. I think his caddy probably enjoyed that because I think his bag got a little lighter as they finished up the round on Sunday. But yeah, I loved it, loved it. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, it was a tremendous tournament. You had all these huge names at the top of the leaderboard going into Sunday, and it was major golf. It was tough, and I was kind of surprised by some of the people that did well. I was kind of surprised by some of the people that didn't do well. I thought Fitzpatrick has been doing an outstanding job with transforming his game. A lot of people were comparing him to like a Bryson and trying to get certain elements of his game, in top shape, better than ever before, without doing all of the bodybuilding and all that kind of stuff there. And I think it showed, right? We've been looking at him all year saying this guy is a great player. He's been playing outstanding on tour. And remember, it was like a year or two ago when he changed his name, kind of like, from Matthew to Matt. And he decided he was going to be a PGA Tour pro. And he wanted to really start focusing over here rather than on the European or the DP Tour.
Yeah, Liv's got something to say about that. Maybe, allegedly. But yeah, I mean, to your point, so he definitely worked on his swing speed over the off season, and it shows. I mean, he's hitting it plenty long. I think he was. I don't know if he was the longest drive of the week, but pretty close to it. But yeah, just all around solid game from that guy at the country club. So yeah, it absolutely impressive. Glad to see, man. I thought it was a great championship. What I really enjoyed was that final pairing of
Mm,
Fitzy and Zalatoris, man. And I really thought so on eight. I mean, what I liked the most about this thing is it came down to the last shot.
yeah,
It literally was
yeah,
the last shot. Well, it was the last shot for a playoff. How about that?
yeah.
And I was glued, man. But the whole back nine, I mean, that was kind of anybody's
Hmm.
game out there, really. I mean, who you had, McElroy, probably not, but anybody ahead of him, Morikawa shooting 4 under. I mean, Decky shooting 5 under, Scheffler. I'm like, when
I
Scheffler, we,
know.
we were we were playing. And when we teed off, and Matt that I was playing with, he's like, "Hey, what do you think about Scheffler? You think he's going to run away with it?" Because I think Scheffler started the day at 6 under, I believe. And I said, "Here's what I think. I don't know." I said, "I'm betting that they're not going to catch Scotty Scheffler. Scotty Scheffler is going to have to come back to the field."
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened. But Fitzpatrick did get to the 6 under, which all things being equal, could have forced a playoff. Um, but yeah, I thought it was great. I'd watch it again. Watch it again tomorrow. Actually, I may watch it again
You're
tomorrow.
probably
Who
going to
knows?
watch it again tomorrow. You're probably going to watch it. Don't get the
I,
bets wrong this time.
I
At least
mean,
get them right.
yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding. Who surprised you? Keegan Bradley. He kind of came out
Yeah.
with a barn burner on the front nine. The back
Yep.
nine, not so well, but not surprising, right? Boston
Yep.
guy, and that's we're going to be right outside of there this week. So
Yep.
and we'll talk about this in our DraftKings show. So I want to talk about a few more players, but why it's on my mind. So there's a lot of I don't controversy. I don't. That's the right word to use. Anyway, the one thing that the PGA Tour has done right, and I don't know that this was planned out. I think that this might have been organic, but the U.S. Open I think is moved. We didn't play it at its normal time. We played it at its new normal time of year. But generally speaking, the U.S. Open would have been a little later in the year, I believe. No, it's the PGA Championship. Scratch that. Scratch that. Okay. But the one thing that the PGA Tour has done right is they're heading to Cromwell, Connecticut, which is, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half away. So still up in the New England area and real close to Brookline, I say.
Sure. Yeah.
And they're going to have a studded field, just an absolutely packed field. And I think that that's kind of the one thing that they've done right. I think it happened organically. I don't think it happened via plan. But yeah, or maybe it did. Nobody took credit for it if they did, which they should. Whoever set this shit up should be taking credit for it. That's for sure, because that was a really good move on their part.
100%. We've been looking at the field. We're going to get to it here in a little bit. Hopefully, if the DraftKings pricing comes up. But 100%, that's the right thing to do. You were talking about players that surprised you in both ways, right? Keegan did.
Hey, Joel. Yeah, Joel Dahmen.
Joel Dahmen.
Where the hell did that guy come? I did not see him. I don't think I had him on any card. I didn't have him in a lineup. I didn't have him on a card. And he pops at T10. So if you had a T10 on Dahmen, I don't know what the odds were, but they had to be good.
Yep.
Had to be good.
Yeah.
Who else? Rahm actually surprised me not for the better. He comes in, he shoots a +4 on Sunday. I think that Saturday, that lipper he got, I think that kind of sucked a little bit of life out of Rahmbo.
Yeah, but he was going for the back-to-back, right? So I really expected Rahm. He was one shot back starting the day on Sunday. I thought he was going to do the charging bull and do exactly what he does, but he just didn't have it. I was really surprised. I thought going into that he would be one of the ones that would be in contention going into the back nine.
Yeah, finishes the tournament at +1. So yeah, I was absolutely surprised at Rahm. Who else? Was DJ the only live tour to make the cut? That was playing in the field.
Reed was there, wasn't he?
Oh, Reed was there. Yeah. Well, okay. Was DJ the only player that has played in a live event to make the cut?
Maybe.
I think it was
pretty poor showing. It was pretty poor showing. Yeah.
I think that's the case. Yeah. Spieth had a rough time out there. JT had a rough time out there. Who else? I was a little surprised at Brian Harman. I thought he might have done a little better at T43. I figure that's the kind of place he can get around. Reed, I had money on him for sure. I thought he had a good chance to win it. So the cut line, anybody just blow you away on the cut?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Tony and
Sanjay, Lowry.
Sanjay. Yeah, I thought Lowry was going to do great. You were kind of beating me up. I took Lowry like a week earlier and said you should take him at the US Open. He's going to do so much better there. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys. He
didn't do any worse than your guy that you picked did.
Yeah. Fleetwood. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Tony Fleetwood every time. Tony Fleetwood.
Tony will get you at the US Open if you bet on him. My gosh, he's been playing great golf. It just rough. So biggest shocker on the plus. I mean, Scheffler again. Really, Scheffler again. Zalatoris. Is this guy? Is he DJ Junior? Who is he?
He's coming, man. That kid is coming. What is he like? Is this? I need to go look and pull this stat up. He's finished in the top 10 in the 6 majors he's played in. Does that sound right?
Something like that, yeah.
I could totally be, but just
But
completely
second, like
butchering that.
runner up in a ton of them, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
It's
yeah.
yeah, totally crazy in what that kid's doing. So it's on its way. I don't know. Has he got the Open Championship? Maybe.
Maybe.
I could see it happening. Let's see. Let's look at where's Willie Z at. I don't. I thought about him as my one and done, but then I'm like, shit, I've already used him. So
Second at the U.S. Open, second at the PGA Champions, 6th this year at the Masters,
Sixth at the
second last year,
Masters.
second last year at the Masters, right? I think.
I think he's finished in the top 10, second in the Masters. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bet him. I gotta bet that guy today for the Masters next year. Has to happen.
Where did he finish at the Open last year? Did he play
The,
the Open last year?
No, I think he withdrew. Didn't he? He injury or he was sick. There was something that happened last year that he didn't play because. Well, scratch that. He missed the cut at the U.S. Open last year.
No, the Open.
Yeah. I don't. He didn't play.
Okay. Yeah.
He didn't play. He
killer playing great golf. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember if he was sick or if it was an injury, but there was something going on with him. So. But yeah, no, that guy, I could see him. Definitely, he's got major championships in his future for sure. He is a big trophy hunter. I think maybe he's out to teach Brooks Koepka a little lesson. Show Koepka what a big game hunter really is.
Man,
this is what a big game hunter looks like. He's about 6'2" and he weighs 165, baby.
My goodness.
And he's naturally blonde headed.
So he actually had more strokes gained putting than Fitzpatrick, and they were kind of average or even on the rest of the shots gained total. And who would have thought that he wouldn't have won, right?
Yeah.
And so what Kyle? What did Kyle say? I think Kyle said he's like a couple shots away from like three majors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Speaking of having a good day putting, McIlroy had a good. He putted extremely well for the tournament. He did not. He didn't fare as well as what we were expecting, but I mean, he just did defend his championship at the Canadian Open, so maybe that's what you get.
Yeah. I was expecting more from Rory there. I mean, he just didn't have it, the entire way through. He started, hey, you know what? I mean, for Rory, historically it's been he gets off to a little bit of a slow start in some of these majors and he can't catch up. But this time he didn't. He got off to a great start, but he just didn't keep it going. So hopefully he can get that going for the Open. Yeah.
I would think so. Okay, so congrats to Matt Fitzpatrick. I got some gossip to talk about. We got some dirty talk to do, Dan.
Okay.
Dirty talk. Okay. First thing, breaking news. The DP World Tour.
Yeah.
No, not that DP. This is golf, not the DP you're thinking about. Get your mind out of the gutter. The DP World Golf Tour says that if you've played in a live event, if you're playing for the live tour, you absolutely can tee it up in Germany, in Munich.
Wow. That's like huge news, right?
Points. OWGR points. They said yes.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that, considering that the leverage that Monahan has right now with the OWGR and all these majors and what he's trying to do with the bans. This is like a big blow. Again, this is like the Johnny Depp court trial. I mean, this is a huge grumpy.
Let's see. DP World Tour Germany. Let's see if that field's announced yet. Because Germersheim. All right. So the Germersheim. No, never mind. That ain't it. Let's see.
Oh, you want to see more about the event?
Just looking to see if they've got a lineup posted yet, or if they got the DP World Tour Germany golf. Let's see if they got anything.
It's the BMW International Open, right?
Yeah.
Victor Hovland won it last year.
Ooh, by the way, as I understand, Victor Hovland, he may be rumored he's heading to the Live Tour, by the way.
Everybody
It's the
is
rumor.
rumored to be heading to the Live Tour. I heard Michael
Everybody.
Jordan took HV3's place on the Live Tour. That's what I heard.
So you may have heard incorrect. However, what you may have heard, BMW. Let's see where we get to. What you may have heard is Michael Jordan called HV3 and said, "Not so fast. You ain't going to play no Live Tour." And I guess maybe I want to see the contract. I want to see the sponsorship contract between between Jordan Enterprises, Jordan Inc. I know Jumpman, between Jumpman and HV3, because apparently it's worth more than what the Live Tour was going to pay. And I didn't see a number come out for HV3. I'm expecting it was 70, 80 million. I don't know. I mean, ballpark, right? At least at a minimum. Because I mean, you got some of these people that are holding out. And I think some of the folks that are holding out because of I think they're holding out based on well, I want more money.
Hey,
I mean, look at what you're paying these guys. I want more money. Look at how many years I've got left in me on tour. You just paid Phil Mickelson $200 million. I get it that, he was kind of the, he was the fall guy for it. He was the martyr. But yeah, I'm thinking like, come on, man.
What if Michael Jordan becomes the PGA Tour commissioner?
How many Ryder Cups have you seen him vice captain?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I mean, I guess he's vice captain, or whatever you call it. I don't know if he's a vice captain or celebrity captain, whatever
Guardian,
he was.
Guardian captain.
Guardian captain. He was definitely there and he was involved. So that could be a thing. Here's what I think about. So what do you think the conversation went like between Jordan and HV3? No, well, okay. Before you answer that, do you think any like the casual golf fan? Do you think they know who Harold Varner III is?
Some of them
casual golf fan. The casual fan.
The average casual golf fan probably doesn't know who he is.
I don't think they know who the hell he is. He's never won on the PGA Tour. He won the Scottish Open or whatever he won over. It's like, we know it because we're following the shit. I don't think the casual fan knows who he is. I think they should. I hope they find out who he is.
Yeah.
And I guess with what just happened with Michael, with Jordan, with the jump man, maybe they're gonna find out who he is. Is he now the new face of the PGA Tour or another new face of the PGA Tour? So, and I watched, I forget what show he was on, but I think it was on, he has a podcast he does with somebody. I forget the dude that he does it with. It's just escaped me. But he was like, "Hey man, shit, you calling off for me $150 million? Let me give you my bank account and I'm on my way." So Jordan apparently didn't like that. What do you think that conversation went like? And then what would your response have been if you were HV3?
Jordan's pitch to him was, "Hey, when we signed up to you to wear our Jumpman shoes and gear and shirts and hats and everything else, we were doing this for the PGA Tour because we think that you have a great brand that is meaningful to the PGA Tour and inspires people to want to join and play golf, and what you're doing for your charity causes." We saw it over there in Detroit a couple of years ago, the Rocket, right? Yep. During the middle of the COVID thing and everything else he's doing. I think that there's so much that he's trying to do good for communities that maybe that gets lost if he goes to Live. I think that's the pitch from Jordan, is there's too much legacy for you and what the breakthroughs that you're trying to do here and carrying on this torch, that I think you're going to be giving all that up for some money that doesn't ultimately mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the systemically, I think a lot of the conversation was going to be based around inclusion, and I think that with like losing your face on the PGA Tour, I think it's. I don't know that he would have approached it in that it's a negative impact to the tour. I think it would be a negative impact for the audience, not of the tour, but of just in society and what it is, and I think that's probably where the conversation went, and I think from a. And I could look at this both ways. I think if you're a professional athlete, go be a professional athlete. If you're a philanthropist, I think go be a philanthropist. And I think probably there's a middle road for both of it. And I think that middle road could be Michael Jordan. That is, he's he's in his winter years, right? The days of him being a professional athlete are done. GOAT, absolutely. Best basketball player of all time, arguably, allegedly. But as far as like, hey, you're now taking, how old's HV3? 28, 30, 32?
No, he's a little bit older than that. Yeah, let me see.
Yeah. So, and again, he's probably a little bit long in the tooth to be, competing day in and day out with the Zalatoris's and
31.
Okay, he's 31, right? So he's still got a lot of golf left in him. And so I don't know. Is it, hey, now's not the time. You're going to be able to go get that money later down the road. You're going to be able to get the money down the road. You don't have to get it right now. And I would say that came with, I think he probably got a little kicker out of this thing. I think Jordan probably gave him some kind of incentive to stay, other than just the philanthropic of, hey, I don't want to lose you on tour. We need you on tour.
I think you're right. I think he could have given him a little bit of a kicker, philanthropic, however you say that. The beginning of that meaning the most critical. It's like, here's the money I won off of Phil. You can have it.
Yeah. So, there's a reason Phil joined this tour. He needed it. So do you think the wagers just went up between Michael and Phil? You think you think he's getting more strokes now and the wager like tripled?
100%. Philanthropic. Here's my winnings from Phil. HV3. You can have them. Stay on the PGA Tour.
Exactly. So here's the other side of that.
Or was HV3 a wager? Like they played a little game down there at Slaughterhouse 23. I'm playing you. What do you want to play for today, MJ? Well, I'm going to play for HV3. I want him to stay on the PGA Tour. Okay, whoever wins, he goes this way or he goes that way. Yeah.
Could have been. I won the
convincing
bet.
ones. Yeah.
Could have been. Here's the way I think that the conversation could have gone. I don't think it. Obviously, it didn't. And who knows, right? This is just what's being reported.
We're half joking for sure. Yeah.
It's just what's being. Well, I mean, this is officially reported. I forget who reported it. Where did I see that at? I may find it. I may not by the time I get done talking. Well, I'll be talking for a while, so I may find it. But here's what I think is. It could have been. When you go ahead, you had the take earlier. You get what go for the Nike reference. Go for HV3 positioning back to Michael Jordan about the Nike reference.
Yeah, I mean, so if Jordan came to him and said, "Hey, you're being twitched in the game," HV3 could have very easily said, "Hey, listen, Mike, when Phil Knight came to you and Nike was just starting out, and you took a risk on going to that brand, which was really didn't have any kind of images associated with it from like the NBA and like." Something like you being attached to it, right? You took a risk there and it became such a big brand and you went up with it and look at where we're at now, right? I think LIV could be this to golf in that I think if enough of us go on this LIV tour and make this a success, but that ultimately I agree with you in my contributions to the PGA Tour and what we can do off the course and on the course. But I think that if enough of us go there, I think we can play both tours and do even better for golf.
Yeah, it's global, right?
Yeah.
It's a global thing. So I mean, where I stand on it, I don't care. I like to watch golf, and I think that times are definitely gonna have to change here. So, interesting enough though, it just shows it shows what one man can do and the impression that one man has, and I think there's money, but I also think that there's, just the aura of the person that it is. And so I know probably why Jordan called him instead of Tiger. Why didn't Tiger call him? Why are we reading about a conversation that Tiger had with HV3 telling him not to go?
Well, there's a little bit of speculation on my part here. I think Tiger's a no now, not a no forever. So I think that he has some more work to do on the PGA Tour, and I think eventually he's not going to play the Champions Tour. I think he's going to go play the Live Tour. And I think he knows that. And I think he's just a no right now. I also think that there's no tie in there with money, right? So MJ has some kind of contract with him from a Nike and a Jumpman perspective. So we talked about it with Phil and all these other guys. They're getting stripped of sponsorships as they go over here. It's the same thing's happening with Jordan. He's like, hey, I'm paying you to go play over here, not play over here. So there's that element there.
So does this mean Keegan Bradley is no longer? I guess we'll pay attention to what shoes he's wearing this week, because not this week, but the next week you've got the Live Tour being played in Portland, Oregon, and I wonder if Keegan's going to be wearing
Nike's
his
backyard, right?
Right in Nike's backyard, man. I mean that's
can
kind
this
of
be any more scripted?
Hey, listen, you've heard me say it. You've agreed. I mean, this is like Vince McMahon style 100. This is if NASCAR and wrestling had a baby, it's called the Live Tour.
Oh my!
I mean, it's absolutely called the Live Tour.
Wow,
that's what it would be. That's what it would be. 54 holes, by the way. Dan enlightened me earlier. 54 holes. Roman numerals for 54.
Yep.
So Keegan. Do you think? Here's a good one. Do you think Keegan? Then Keegan hasn't said anything about going to the Live Tour. He said nothing about it. But preemptive, do you think that Michael Jordan has also called Pat Perez and Keegan Bradley? That's the only two that I can think of that are Jumpman sponsored. There could be others. Those are the two other biggest names. You think they got a preemptive phone call?
I didn't think about Pat Perez because you just threw that name out there, and I said, shit, I haven't even thought about Pat Perez because he was one I thought certainly was going to jump.
Pat already lives in the desert.
Exactly.
So it ain't a big move for him, baby. Come on.
So Phil's got some work to do on MJ. If Phil can get MJ on his side, then all these guys will go. And maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe they need to buy MJ out.
Perez is in the winter years of his life. Well, he probably wouldn't do it. But what about a tournament at the Slaughterhouse?
Oh, tournament at the Slaughterhouse.
Oh no, Pat Perez is 46 years old, man. That dude is like it doesn't matter what MJ says to him, he's gone. That dude is so out of here. Absolutely. I've seen pictures of his house, and I played at the golf course he's a member at. That dude is it ain't cheap. He is gone. So he hadn't said that. I'm just saying. I think he's like, see ya.
That's funny.
Yeah. You can get the. I mean, and I don't know if they have a mullet guy on the tour, on the Live Tour yet. I mean, they need a mullet man. Yeah. Oh, you know what they do have on tour over there? So I hear they have an Abraham Answer. They just got themselves a Mura man and a tequila man.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder how they're going to put up with this tequila sponsorship that we got going on, or tequila business that we're tied to and running. You think because it is? I think that the tequila brand. I think it is a Mexican-owned company. It's the Mexican news or press, whatever you want to call it, that is reporting that Abraham Answer is gone. I think he's still listed in the field this week, though, isn't he?
Let me take a look.
He was the last I looked. He may not be now, but I thought he was listed. Scratch that.
Nope.
No Abraham Answer. Okay, so that rumor's true. So Abraham Answer's gone.
I was surprised there. I was surprised by that.
I was a little surprised too. So let's take this route. So let's go through. Let's look at the top. I don't know. We'll stop when it gets boring. Not that it's just have another drink. Have another drink. This is the 19th hole. Chatting about it. It is the 19th hole. If you're not following the show, you should be following the show. And if you haven't liked it, you should like it. Leave a comment. Who do you think the next player is going to be to the Live Tour? Okay, Scotty Scheffler. No. McIlroy. He's in too deep now. He's probably like, shit, I wish I wouldn't have said all that. But Rahm, I don't think so. I think Rahm's gonna stick it out over here.
Give me 1 second. So before you keep doing that, well, if if these fields over on the Live Tour get very aggressive and high in terms of the overall rankings, Rory is going to wish he was playing in these events.
Absolutely. Yeah. If the DP thing stands and they get access to they can earn points to go and play, then they will. I think a lot of like the Taylor Gooches, right? The Pat Reeds. Not that Pat. I don't know when the last time Pat Reed missed a major was. I can't think of one off the top of my head. There may have been one. That I'm saying missed it because of he wasn't qualified to play in it, or didn't qualify, or exempt, or what have you. But the Taylor Gooches of the world, I can see kinda. The Oosthazens, I mean, I think he came in second in every major last year. He didn't, but I mean, he played really well in a lot of majors last year, and has in it through his career. But I think some of these folks, rumor is Morikawa is on his way.
That surprises me. It really surprises me. I mean, I don't know. He has so many majors already at the young age. He was kind of on that Tiger track, not like that aggressive, but you know what I'm saying. He was in those conversations where, hey, he's the first one to do this since Tiger, kind of thing, and it's just I don't know. Yeah, that surprises me. He is a killer.
Here's what I want to look at. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's 26. Let's see how old he is.
Who?
He's 25. Morikawa. He's 25. And this is a lot of the conversation. A lot of the conversation is, well, they're in their winter years. They don't have that much longer. They can't compete with the young guys, blah, blah, blah. Here's a different take on it. What if somebody like Morikawa that's, won 2 majors now?
Yeah.
2 majors. I don't see how many wins he's got exactly. He's got a handful.
Five or so. Yeah.
And what if somebody that's 25 elects to go and let's go get the check today, because that money's going to be in the bank. You're compounding, and how far are we into the Live Tour? A month, maybe, maybe officially from the first tournament, maybe a month. Let's say it takes let's say it takes 3 years. Let's say it takes 4 years. Let's say it takes 5 years. Let's say Morikawa is going through some kind of crazy swing change and he ain't going to be able to compete anyway with the PGA Tour. Hey, you want to work on your swing? You want to go do something crazy? You want to go do a Tiger Woods, a Jordan Spieth? List goes on and on. You want to go do a complete rebuild of your golf swing and still get paid for it and still be better than 90% of the field, be in the 10th percentile of the field? Go to the Live Tour, get your check, take 2, 3, 4 years, however long it takes for all this shit to get worked out, so that everybody's not feeling like people are pissing in their backyard anymore, and go back to the PGA Tour when they realize that they're going to have to let you back in there and play. We're going to play everything. When Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods or whoever it is running the World Golf League, I forget the name of the league that they tried to partner with the PGA 2 or 3 years ago. It's like the Legion Legacy. I don't know. I've been drinking, but my point is like, what's it going to hurt Collin Morikawa? Do you think that he thinks he's going to break a major championship record?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. So then as far as legacy goes, what's 2 or 3 years playing somewhere, collecting 9 figures? What's it going to hurt? What's it going to hurt somebody like Collin Morikawa? What's it going to hurt somebody like Viktor Hovland? What's it that's give or take the same age? I mean, these guys they've got years to play with, that they can go and change something as things are evolving. I mean, and the golf swing is the golf swing, but I mean, things have definitely changed. I mean, swing speeds have gotten faster. The kids that are coming out of college now are hitting it farther than the pros are, ish, right?
Yeah. Well, I think what you're seeing if it's true about Morikawa and Hovland, these guys, I think what you're actually seeing is, yeah, you're right that he doesn't have a great percentage chance of breaking Jack's record or Tiger's records and that kind of thing. But I also think It's what happened to MMA and stuff. I think that they could potentially see this product on the live side and say, hey, this is more of the future of what my generation is actually going to want to watch. They're going to want to watch it in HD in 5 hours, in more of a high paced environment. They want to watch the F1 version of it. They don't want to watch NASCAR or boxing. They don't want to watch the analog version of it. They want to see something more exciting. And I'm going to be a part of it because it's going to succeed. I can see it. Somebody painted the vision for them.
And it was like somebody, and I know it, I guess maybe it's Norman that's doing it. I think Phil kind of said that he had a hand in it, whatever. But I don't know who actually saw this thing through.
I think it's the same guy that invented Bitcoin. The same guy did the Live Tour. Whoever that is.
Except this is tangible. This is like you can watch it, you can see it, you can feel it, you can show up and go to it. It's like, I don't know where my Bitcoin is. I've never touched one before. Okay, hold on. So other players. Cameron Smith, I think he's a solid maybe. Javi, I think is a solid maybe. I think you can kind of go through. Jordan Spieth's going to do whatever JT tells him to, so that ain't going to happen. I don't think Will Zalatoris is a guy that goes. Decky, I think he's gone, man.
Yeah,
I think Hideki Matsuyama is. I think he's going to be out of here. It's. I mean, again, what does he stand to gain, right? And I mean, he still doesn't really want to speak English. I'm not. I don't mean that I don't mean that in any kind of way, other than, I mean, it's not like he's trying to move, he's adopting to like, hey, like I'm all about the US and I want to be here. I mean, I think he's still holding on and right, and he should. I don't, if he wants to. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's completely fine for him to be, hey, I'm a professional athlete. I'm not a public speaker in the United States or an English speaking country. I don't need to speak. I've got a translator for that. I can go play golf anywhere because that's what I am. And I could absolutely see him on his way. Billy Horschel. Oh, God. Here's the only way here's my Billy Horschel thought on this. If Billy Horschel goes to the Live Tour, then I'm definitely against the Live Tour and I'll never have to watch the Live Tour or Billy Horschel again. By the way, he is like the headliner of the DP tournament that's happening. Like he's the headliner. Yeah. He's like the poster child of the DP tour. So not get your mind out of the gutter, Dan. Not that DP. But yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, that's what it's like. Okay, good to see you, Billy. Good to see you. Xander, what do you think? I got a comment or two about Xander. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think he.
But I'm hitting.
I think he goes.
Well, I don't think Xander wants to go. But I think his dad is like, son, get your bags packed. We're heading to Oregon next week. What? Come on, let's go. I don't think we'll see him that soon, but I think he's gone. Finau, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jocko. I don't know about Neiman. I don't know that he goes or he doesn't go. I'm torn on that one. Koepka, goner. Abe, already announced. I don't think Sanjay's a goner because I think Sanjay wants to play more golf than what they're going to provide.
He actually likes the game. Yeah, he likes playing on the PGA Tour. Yeah.
I think there's something there. Homa, I don't think he's going. I don't even know if they want Homa. So I don't think that's going to happen. Louis gone. Lowry, I think he's made some positive comments about the tour and about how he wants to kind of remain. So I think Shane Lowry's probably going to stick it out. Must be that Irish theme kind of going there, man. Like he and Rory, they're sticking it out. So, who else? Berger, gone. Hatton, gone. I can't believe this. May be the last time we see at the Travelers Championship. Maybe the last PGA tournament we see Paul Casey in, unless it's a major or until they come to some kind of agreement. Because I don't know what in the hell Paul Casey's doing over here.
Yeah,
I mean, he hadn't been healthy or played well, and I guess he's played well, but he hadn't been healthy in quite some time. And DeChambeau, he's already announced that he's gone, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
I think Pat Perez did too. I read some articles that he got 10 million or 20 million, something like that, 10 or 20 million.
Oh, so Pat's already announced.
I think so.
Okay, so Pat's gone. So the Jordan. Oh, so he didn't get a call from Mike.
Must not have. Yeah, this
He
article here
did.
was like from last week, and it said that he got 10 million. Yeah, yeah,
Well, think about it. So you got Pat Perez at 46. I mean, he competitively like winning a tournament. I don't know if he has a chance, right? I mean, he would beat me up one side and down the other. I mean, he could
sure.
play with like one left-handed club and just, demolish me. But professionally, it, I guess you always have a chance if you made it and you show up, but realistically, probably doesn't have a chance to win another golf tournament. And he's probably not realistically going to win another golf tournament on the
And for a
PGA
guy
Tour.
like that, right? So from a live perspective, he's a name. He's kind of got a little bit
He's
of
a
an image
character.
going. He's a
Yeah,
character.
he's a character.
And you need players that are names and characters to start off with. But I doubt that the Live is thinking of Pat Perez as being a member, a full member of their league for 10 years. Maybe the first couple of years until they can fill the roster out, but they only got 46, 48 players playing, whatever it is. So, I don't see him as being a long-term guy. If they can fill it up with top 50 in the world, there's no room for Pat Perez.
Absolutely not. No, he's going to play the U.S. tournaments. He's going to play in. I don't know, but I'm saying what makes sense. He plays in Portland. He plays in Chicago. He plays in Boston. Probably something in Canada. Down the road that he'll go to. Maybe Mexico. Pat's always down at the island. Courses playing. Punta Cana and all those.
Yep.
So those are the kind of things. He's a backfield. He's a backstop for the people that don't want to make the trip over.
Yep.
And I think, yeah, I think that there's some serious. Ooh, speaking of serious, and we haven't talked about the Travelers yet. We'll have to
trying
drop
to get the
another show.
pricing to come up.
We'll have to drop another show for that. But we'll get it out. Do you know who's in the turn? You know who's listed as playing in the Travelers Championship this weekend that we haven't seen it's been a couple of tournaments. I don't think he's made the past 3 majors.
Oh, Bucky.
Bucky made his way into the Travelers. I thought he was a Farmers guy.
I know. Well, maybe he's getting courted.
I guess. I mean, you got a Farmers guy. Let me tell you what he didn't get on a sponsor's exemption from from Farmers. I mean, there's no way that happened. So, is this the last PGA tournament that we see Ricky Fowler on until we come to some kind of truce?
Yeah. Well, whatever he can get into, I'm sure he's going to play between now and then. But I think he's live bound, right? So you think play this week and then head out?
Then you go to Portland. I mean, if you
go to Portland next week,
if you don't go to Portland, then I think that's a really good sign that you're not joining the Live. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, because you think about this. Think about the efforts that they went through to get the people that they got, and even the people that they didn't get. The amount of effort that they extended to get the people there that they did. And that was not US based. I mean, they've got to have a showing here, man. I mean, this is going to be, and I'm not talking about the, what's it called? Pumpkin Pickers, the Pumpkin Pickers Club or something. I don't know. It's a pumpkin something, pumpkin party. But the club that it's at, if they don't have a solid showing of US golfers there, I think they kind of torpedo themselves. So I think that there's a lot of names that will probably, I thought they would have been released after the US Open. I didn't realize that the Travelers was going to be this loaded, by the way.
Well, it's just right there in the backyard, like you said earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. It's close. So, but I mean, with all the people, I mean, I can look through a lot of names in there, man. And I can be like, yep, no, they're definitely going pumpkin picking. That's something that could happen faux show. And why wouldn't I take advantage of another PGA Tour tournament? I got my card. And what if I win? What if I win and I'm on my way to the Live Tour? I mean, what kind of bonus does that look like? How many zeros are behind the number if I win the tournament before the first Live tournament on US soil? And yeah. Like, so, hey, a couple other things. I know you got some talking points, but I'm going to throw a couple ideas out. We'll see where it goes. So first off, how many people are boycotting? Shit, I had it up. So it is. I think it's called the Pumpkin Patch, Pumpkin Field. That's the Oregon course.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if the Portland club that this is going to be at. I wonder if maybe a good time to move to Portland because the initiation fees have probably gone way down and club dues are probably diminished too. Because with all the hype, with all the noise around, it's that the Live Tour is Saudi backed, and all the I've heard that they said blood money. They said this is not me using. I'm not going to disclose. I mean, just go listen. You can hear people say it. You've talked about the morality issues, and you've talked about one. I mean, are we booting the city and state of Oregon like out of the union? Are we banning them from the union? Are they now doing business with terrorists? I don't know. What about when this goes to Boston? What about when it goes to Boston in a couple of months? Are we going to tea party their ass? Are they getting booted out of the union? What about when it goes to Chicago? Is Chicago getting forced now to be the newest Canadian province? Or I guess it'd be Illinois, but it could be Chicago, I guess, if they wanted to carve that little piece out. But my point is like I'm not, this is a little bit of the devil's advocate right here, right? I think that's a song. I don't know, maybe it's not. But the whole thing is about the argument is, well, it's this morality issue that's happening. And I totally get that side. Totally get, you get it too. You and I've talked about it in depth. In depth. Like we've been drunk talking about it and been like, we better not record that. Yeah. But my point is, it's like, well, why is the United States even allowing them to come over here and play a tournament if that's the case? I mean, if the argument that the media is creating, if the argument that the PGA Tour is creating, why is that not an OFAC situation where they're banned from conducting business with the United States? Well, it may be because of the 40. You've got numbers. You talked about it. I don't want to steal your.
No. So Norman said recently. He said so. Why does the PGA Tour have 23 sponsors doing $40+ billion worth of business in Saudi Arabia? Why is it okay for the sponsors? Will Monahan go to each and every one of these 23 companies and suspend them or ban them? And he brings up a good point. And we and I were talking about it with one of the large one that's like 400 million there last year, being the big purple truck. I mean, we're playing and they do stuff in Saudi all the time.
If it was NASCAR, that would be the hood sponsor of the car. Yeah. Hood sponsor of the car. Actually, it would be the sponsor of the car. It would be the sponsor of the of the championship.
Yeah.
And for the year.
Yeah.
And hey, we'll pick a few players off too. We'll pick a few people out. And we'll put, I don't. The more and more stuff like this starts to happen, the more and more I think that that they're losing the argument, and I'm sure behind the scenes they're not thinking about the stuff that's coming out now is probably, I don't know that it was thought out, but I think that it was definitely they're reacting. And I think that that's what the tour's always done. It's been, at least since I've been a follower and a fan, right? And most of the time it's been because the players have driven them in a certain direction. Well, now you've got an outside party that's driving it, and I don't think they know how to respond to that. I think you said it, right? I mean, I don't know that Jay signed up for this gig. No. I'm not saying that Jay has done a bad job. I said it a few weeks ago. I said that, this guy being, the head and the face of the PGA Tour, wow, that he has did an awesome job over the past 2 or 3 years with everything that we've gone through. I don't know that anyone could have done anything better. Now, I wasn't behind the ropes or between the ropes, so I don't know how it went, on property. I know what I saw as a consumer of it, and it looked like that he and his team did a great job. But I think that this is something that he and his team were not really prepared for. I mean, they were running a monopoly that really had no competitors. And now you've got the United States. I mean, when are they going to start boycotting the United States government? I mean, when are you think they're writing their congressmen and their senators and their, I don't know who the congressperson or senator is for Oregon, from we can probably come up with Massachusetts. We can definitely come up with Illinois. I mean, are they getting phone calls?
Well, Phil got like letters from 9/11 victims' families, and I'm sitting here thinking, I went down the same road as we talked about with all these other sponsors like FedEx and everybody that does business in Saudi. I'm like, why is he getting all these? Where is this coming from? This whole, and it just goes back to the cancel culture kind of thing, because there's a fear that this other tour has got some really good attributes to it that make it a competitive tour and that make it entertaining, and it has substance behind it. It's MMA to boxing, right? So I tell you, I thought about this over the weekend, and I felt like this U.S. Open had a little bit of black cloud over it. You told me it was just weather; it was just overcast up there in Brookline.
It was like 50 degrees and cloudy.
I thought I had a little bit of a black cloud over it. Like what Brooksy was saying over, in the press conference. I'm tired of talking about it, guys. I'm really tired of you guys talking about it. I want to focus on this. I felt like half the field was thinking about this when they were out there, either trying to play for the PGA Tour or for the Live Tour and everything else. And you and I got into this business, and we did it because we love the sport. We love the PGA Tour. We love the majors more. We love golf. We love all these golfers. We love everything that happened there. We didn't expect this polarization that we see in America that happened to our sport. And here we are, and I'm like, gosh, I don't want to go through the middle of this stuff. It's like Danny Ocean said in Ocean's 11. Listen, what we have for you is it's a high risk pitch with a lot of reward behind it. Come over here, whatever he says, listen to it. If it's not your particular pen of vodka, eat as much food as you'd like, and safe travels. That's as simple as it is, right? We got a high stake tour here. It's got a lot of reward to it. Come on, join us if you want to. If not, fine. I don't care.
I think they're losing more ground than they're making up, is what I think. And I don't wish that. I don't want to your point. I don't want it to be an anybody losing ground kind of situation. I think it's why can't we all just play fair? And I did have a thought. I had a comment. I have a thought, which is going to lead to a comment when you were saying when you were going through that, and it's like so scheduled. We got a course in Portland, Oregon. Mm-hmm. Got a course in Boston, Massachusetts, or thereabouts. It's not the Country Club, by the way, at least not yet. And you got a course in Chicago, Illinois. So those three U.S. domestic for us locations. I don't think the PGA Tour at any club that they show at, any tournament that they have, I don't think the PGA Tour is a nonprofit. They don't pay the course to have a tournament there. I think the course allows them to come and host the tournament there. I think the course makes some residual money.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. I'm not in the accounting department of any of those courses of the PGA Tour, but I don't think that they actually have to pay the golf course to come and play golf there. I think that hey, you want to have you want to play at my course? Yes, we'll let you come play, or we want you to come play is better yet. Or there's probably more people calling saying, hey, are you looking for a new course? Look at mine. Look at what I've done. Would you like to come play over here?
Right.
You think Live paid those three courses to play? You think they paid them money? Because if they did, and I haven't heard this exploited yet, but I want somebody that's got some credentials, not our little podunk credentials, but some real credentials. I want somebody to investigate. Ooh, we should get our guy on from Kentucky. This would be a great investigative story. And did the Live Tour pay those courses money to play golf at their golf course?
Yeah.
I mean, that would totally kill. I mean, it wouldn't kill it. I guess that's not. That was no pun there. Bad choice of words. That would diminish the argument from the tour. In that, and everybody else that's saying, oh, they're accepting, and the morality of the thing that's happening. But in the same breath, in the same sense, I mean, everybody's like, oh, yeah, but I'm probably going to watch it. Yeah, well, I'm going to check it out. Oh, this is what happened that was good. I didn't really like this about it. And it's like, yeah, but God, that's horrible. I mean, it's like there's so many things I want to say right now, but I can't say them.
I know, right?
I'm bringing my Bible next time. That's all I'm saying. Bring him a Bible. Bring him a Bible. Uh, this is too. It is. Yeah. I said it once, and I'll say it again. If the world wrestling, whatever they are today, and NASCAR had a baby, here you go.
There you
It
go.
is served up on a platter, man. It couldn't be better, actually. Couldn't be better. All right, I'm about done with this talk, Dan. Are you?
Oh yeah. No, it's fun. You know, I think I think you're right. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happen in the next week. You know, going into Portland. So I mean, you know, we've been waiting for a long time for this thing to get here. You know, and here it is, and it's moving now, man. It's moving now.
I'd say. Hey, by the way,
The
so
shark be
tonight,
shaking now.
yeah, no, the shark is feeling good about things. So for
Hmm.
those of you that are watching on YouTube, and this could go on for another like hours, so you know you can go ahead and tune out. But I did want to let you know. I mean, this is a banger bottle right here. So this is Blue Note Juke
Yeah.
Joint. It's a barrel pick from local vine in Atlanta, so single barrel, and yeah, it's really good. It says it's made in says it's made in Kentucky. It's bottled in Memphis, and local vine. You guys did a hell of a job on this one, man. It's 120, call it 124 proof,
Let me have those
and
guys
this
on the show. They're coming on the show.
so
Which
good,
one?
so good, so good,
Wasn't Blue Note supposed
so
to come
good.
on the show or something? Or did they come on?
Yeah, I think we had to reschedule, so we
Yeah.
got to get a tea back up and get it back on. I think we got an Irish whiskey coming up. Oddly enough, I think we're heading to the Scottish Open. Makes sense to me.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Sooner rather than later.
Ah,
Yeah. So I don't know. Closing comment. I mean, I could talk for this. I could talk for a long time about this live thing, and the more I think about it, the more it's like I don't know. I don't know what the argument is.
I just I get like I said, you know, it's just a different take on golf, and if players want to go play it, they should be allowed to go play it, you know, and they have to earn their points in order to continue their tour card and everything else, you know. But I don't think they should be playing these games like this, you know. Um, yeah,
I hope they get ahead of it and it doesn't backfire on them. Is what I hope. I hope that I really hope that somebody sits down and like you know, I mean, take I don't know what was Monahan before he was.
he was the Rivs tournament director, right?
Yeah. Okay. So here's my thing, right? Like, do you think Jay and Michael Jordan have talked? How many? I mean, and I don't know.
Yes.
Do you think Michael how involved in his contracts do you think Michael Jordan was? Because he's so
Yeah.
this here, but here's a good example, right? Think about how so like from an artist standpoint, like music,
Yeah.
from a band, singer, songwriter, whatever you want to do, however you want to lace it up. How many people, how many stories, like just horror stories, have you heard that like shit? I look at this, look at this song, these albums, these collections, this riff, the lyrics, whatever in music, and whoever put it out there, you know, it's making somebody famous. It's making millions or billions of dollars. It's getting accolades, and the originator of it just got totally fucked over.
Right.
Like, and for what, and it was a contractual kind, you know, that's for whatever reason. And I guess where I'm going with that is, it's like, so you say MJ had, so you think MJ had nothing to do contractually with any of his shit?
I think he watches the players. I think he chooses who he wants to do business with, but I don't think it's I don't think he's like deep in the weeds on it daily, you know.
So I guess that's where I'm heading though. It's like, you know, and he had this, you know, it was the MMA to boxing. It was the
Yeah.
Netflix to Blockbuster. It
Hmm.
was,
Hmm.
you know, I mean, just get, it was, you know, Southern Belle to, you know, the Apple,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And if people, you know, if they don't get ahead of this thing, I mean, how fast in today's world? Now, if this would have happened 30 years, it wouldn't have happened 30 or 40 years ago. Couldn't have happened 30 or 40 years ago. But in today's world, as fast as things change, and think about the consumer of golf, even the average consumer of golf. Think about, and I'm sure there's a statistic out there that shows this, but in the next 15 years, I bet the median age range of golf probably drops by more than 20 years from a spectator standpoint.
Yep.
And that's
Yep.
where, I mean, you're trained and think about today, right? And when Scott was on and talking about, how long a fan has to spend there, and you got your kid, you're, lugging around, which you want to, but think about Father's Day yesterday, right? And everybody, toting the boy around on the bench, or the girl, or the kid, and eventually the kid's like, oh boy, I'm okay, good to go here, because the kid can't just sit back and get sauced and just live the day up and think about what they're going to do later. So I think that it's I think it's scary times, man. Extremely.
It's scary times. And you brought it up, right? So I mean to catch you. So right now, as a golf fan, it's very slow to watch the PGA Tour. But think about this too, and this is what gets under our crawl, everybody's crawl all the time. It's so damn hard to watch golf on TV. Not the sport, not the sport, not the sport. To watch the players you want to watch and actually find them on your TV. It's so hard to go. Like, I want to go watch Matthew Fitzpatrick day in and day out. He's hard to find if you want to watch him play 18 holes.
Hard to find.
Hard to find. But if this live thing takes off and there's only 48 players or whatever, maybe you can see these guys and there's different channels on YouTube or whatever, and you can watch whoever you want to watch all day long. I mean, how nice would that be able to see? You'd be able to go see the people you want to play 18 holes. It'd be great to see that.
How much do you think Zinger got offered to come over to be a commentator?
Exactly. Well, think about this. Like, look at the NFL, right? The NFL has got two waves, right? Kind of like golf in a way, but it's got your you can watch the game, you can watch the red zone channel, you can watch all kinds of different things, right?
Yeah.
Why can't you do that you can do it with the majors? You can watch that stuff on the majors, but you can't watch it day in and day out like that.
I thought golf was getting there prior to the pandemic, and then it went to very limited.
Very
and
limited.
I think you've got, I think you've got, from an accounts payable standpoint, I think you've got AP going like, well, hey, well, we can show 8 hours of golf just fine. We're just going to show them on limited amount of players, and we don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
And I think that's going to be, and I get it from an expense standpoint. It's like, okay, so we got to hire twice as many camera people. We got to have twice as many cameras, maybe just have twice as many batteries, whatever. But then you've got, how much more editing do you have to do? So you got to have more editors. How much, maybe you got so much more you have to do because of the extended period of time. I get it from a business sense, but it's a nonprofit. All you really need to do is break even. You don't need to make any money. You don't need to lose any either. So, I think that it's, golf is golf. It's golf is a business, 100%. And there's lots of for-profits out there. And, but again, I think Live is a for-profit business that's going to lose a shitload of money. It's just going to make it up somewhere else. It's going to make it somewhere different. So, I don't know. Great stuff. U.S. Open to Live Golf. I mean, you never know where you'll wind up here.
One more thought before we close it out, because we spent much more time on Live than we were going to, but the DraftKings stuff's running a little bit behind it. I have to check one more time, make sure it's not out yet. But one thing we got to give a shout out, and so what was this? I think it was Club Pro Guy that said this today on Twitter. He said, "I'm so tired of these caddies taking all the glory from their players when they win." He had a picture of Matsuyama's caddy from the Masters last year, and then we got to give a good shout out to Matt Fitzpatrick's caddy, Billy Foster, in terms of for finally getting his first one as well, right?
We have a picture of him holding something up.
No, but he was kind of crying there towards the end after
Oh,
when
yeah,
yeah
they
yeah.
were all crying. Are you kidding
No,
me? I
but I'm
mean,
just saying. But it was great that he finally got. No, the other thing was just a joke, with
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no,
but
yeah, that he
it's
finally
great
got
to see him finally
finally
win.
got a
Yeah,
major. Yeah,
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 journeyman on the bag for sure. Yeah,
yeah.
always good to see. Always good to see. What else? We'll be back. I don't know, later at some point in time with our DraftKings. I think last week, what or this weekend, what like less than 2% of the lineups actually had 6 of 6 total, like total lineups in DraftKings had 6 of 6. I don't think I had any that had. I had
Mine were pretty
way
bad.
too much Finau, way
Yeah,
too much Sanjay, and I'm like even though 2% or less than 2% seems like a really low number, I'm like, it actually probably could have been even lower than that. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
was there. That Tony Fleetwood, he'll get you every time.
Tony Fleetwood. All good, man. All good.
All good. Let's see. I don't know. We might have to start doing one and done for the. Oh, by the way, I've had some people reach out and they definitely want to get in on the one and done. So we'll have
Cool.
to. I think we'll give them code names. I don't know. We may just do like 1, 2. We may just number them because I don't know that they necessarily want to be like
First name,
out
last name. First
out
name,
out.
last name, initial, like Eric R or something like that.
What? Why was it Eric? Why was Eric somebody you picked? How do you know Eric? Did he write you too?
Yeah, he wrote me. Yeah,
Eh,
yeah.
I thought
Like
I thought I
Scotty S.
was.
Scotty S.
I
Scotty
thought
Scheffler. Scotty Scheffler
I
once
thought
in.
I thought I was I
Pete
thought I was like
R. Pete R. once in.
I thought I
Pete
was
Rose.
connected over here. Thought I was connected. No, I mean that's CH man. CH.
Good stuff.
All right. Good to go. Live tour. Oh, by the way, did we get our media credentials?
It said 5 to 7 days, so we'll see. Yeah.
How'd they like my my
Your
glamour
mug.
shot?
Yeah,
How'd they like my
shot.
glamour shot?
It looked wonderful, Roy.
When I show up with this beard, you think they're I mean, or whatever that when I show up with this facial hair, I don't
It's
want to
it,
call it a proper beard.
it's
Do you think they're going to recognize me?
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
all right, all
Hmm.
right. Hopefully, you sent like a little clip that way they can hear my voice. They've been
I
like,
hope
"Ah,
so.
shit, ah, shit, here he comes." Oh, hold on. So, a couple things. This is not golf related at all. This is actually Blue Note related. Holy shit, this is so good. It's like it's like a butterscotch toffee. The 123, you can feel it, but you can't taste it. And oh no, I'll just leave that over there. But yeah, this is so good, man. Local Vine did a great job on this pick. That's not what I want to talk about. Did you watch The Old Man?
I did. I did watch The Old Man. I like it. It's starting off a little bit interesting. Yeah, definitely
It's
haven't seen
it.
anything like that in a while. Yeah.
The first episode was a little slow for me.
Mm-hmm.
The second episode got really fast for me,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I liked it. But I thought it was going to be dropped all at once, but I guess it's not. It's going to be they dropped the first two, and it's going to be a weekly thing, right?
Yeah, either one or two a week, I guess, from now on. Yeah, probably one, I guess. But yeah,
I thought
yeah, I
it was
like it.
really, I thought it was really good, man.
Mm-hmm. Anything Bridges we love. Come on.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with the old stuff.
There ain't nothing wrong with the old stuff.
Yeah, so I thought that one was really good. Let's see. What else have I think I think I'm dry. I don't think I have anything else. I'm not dry, but I don't think I have anything else on the tube.
No,
On the
I haven't
tube.
been watching anything else either. I watched a lot of US Open this week. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Well, God, let me tell you, it is so hot in Georgia right now. Whew. Oh, at least at my line of latitude, and it was probably definitely mid 90s, like both days. I played at Dunwoody Country Club on Saturday, and boy, did I play like shit.
Mm.
I mean, I'd never hit a ball before, and then I played yesterday at River Pines, and I actually played pretty good. I definitely played better. There was one guy that may have played a little better than me, but I played pretty good yesterday. I was impressed. I had my little Hogan elbow secret. I keep your elbow tucked.
Oh,
I
tucked
wasn't
in.
chicken wing it. I wasn't
Yeah.
chicken winging it.
Yeah.
Chicken winging it.
Yeah. Yeah.
As our old buddy Bob Grissett says, quit chicken winging it out there, boy.
Mm.
So so I I minimal. I was conscious about the chicken wing, and what else is happening? I'm playing in the 100-hole hike coming up in a couple of weeks. We would love it. I would love it if you'd make a dollar a hole. It's $100. Make a donation. You can find it in the link in our bio. It's birdies_bourbon. Link in the bio. 100-hole hike. Be there with a lot of cool people. I mean, I don't. I think they're cool.
Yeah.
I'll be there with a lot of fun people, and so that should be a fun time. What else is going on? Planning an event to Sweetens. This is not going to be formal, and it's going to be a small group. Madamsky said he didn't frown on me, but he may have. He didn't really scold me either. I just said, "Hey, man, can I get a group out later in July?" So late July. Maybe if you want to know, send a note. Late July, Sweetens Cove. We'll figure something out. Maybe we'll get my currency up there. I think he said the cabin's available, so we'll fill the bucket up with ice and beer. Maybe throw a few bottles in there too. You never know. Grill some steaks out and have a big time. So that's coming up in late July. And I don't know, Dan, what else? I'm trying to think if
Yeah.
there's, we got some Irish whiskey tasting coming up, which is going to be fun with Clonakilty. Looking forward to that. Oh, we've got Burnt Church Distillery. I got to get them a message out. I got his email today. I had his email. I think I wrote it down wrong. Could have been, hey, little. So I've got his email. We got it. So we'll get that one connected, and we'll get set up with them. So looking forward to that. That was one that Garrett hooked us up with, or that he was drinking when we had the show when we were talking about bottling and such. So, or packaging. So that'll be a fun one. But yeah, we'll be back with a DraftKings show at some point, I guess. And until next time,
Cheers.
Live Tour. Looking for sponsors. Cheers.
Cheers.